Erik Ten Hag, new deal on the way. Looks like the team of Manchester United has gone ahead to obviously understand the role of Erik Ten Hag at Manchester United, and his call has been really seen, the biggest ever since Sir Alex Ferguson era, or ever since the post Sir Alex Ferguson era. Welcome to this channel. This is the United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today is a day we are obviously going to discuss whether Erik Ten Hag should be given a new deal or not. Daniel Gore has gone ahead and obviously thrown in loads of information concerning Erik Ten Hag and how he went ahead to obviously offer him a message that gave him more confidence to obviously take on the large and physical players of Crystal Palace. Let's see close to 300 likes on this video. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims thank Allah for the gift of life. So today we are obviously going to talk Erik Ten Hag. Yesterday a story was obviously broken by Grammy Bailey of the transfer of 90-minute football and Scott Saunders that Manchester United are planning to open talks over a new contract for a new manager, Erik Ten Hag. Richard Arnold and John Mata are very happy with Erik Ten Hag to continue giving him their full backing. They also said that Richard Arnold and John Mata believe Erik Ten Hag remains the right man to lead United forward and have already touched base with the Dutchman's camp to discuss a new contract. That is it. Now, when Ten Hag came in through the club of Manchester United, he signed a contract of 3 years with a further option of 1 year. That is it. You all know that. Now, he has gone ahead to obviously come in through and really be triumphant in his first year. We all know that. that has been triumphant in his first year, taking us back to the Champions League by finishing third with 75 points. He won the CARABAO Cup, played in the final of the FA Cup, and went ahead to be knocked out on the the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. And if it were not for the injuries, I think Ten Hag would have gone ahead to obviously win very many games at the club of Manchester United, but the injuries did us bad and we didn't obviously thrive. Now, should Erik Ten Hag be given a new contract? I have my answer as a big no. Sorry, as a big yes. Why? I think the problem that are gonna hate to develop at Man United was all about the levels being set by the managers, especially the levels of discipline. Ten Hag has gone ahead to elevate the levels of discipline, and he has gone ahead to tame the wings that had gone ahead to give players of United player power. You've seen him trimming wins of Ronaldo, you know, Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho, and very many others, Marcus Rashford and very many others. No player power is now allowed at Manchester United because Erik Ten Hag knows that it's the metamorphosis of every club to succeed. If you've seen clubs like Manchester City succeed and very many others, it's because of the ground of discipline laid at that club. Let no one lie to you that without a strict and thick disciplinary code at the club, that any club can thrive. That's a lie. No club can thrive if at all there is no disciplinary code that can obviously take them to the next level and obviously give them the best of interest that they really deserve. So Ten Hag has gone ahead to obviously do that, because the problem of Man United were not the players. The problem of Man United were always the board. Before Erik Ten Hag came in at Man United, first talked to Darry Blind, a former player at Manchester United. Remember, by then he was playing for Ajax and Ten Hag was his manager. He also talked to Louis van Gaal. he talked to Louis van der Sar, to Edwin van der Sar and very many others who were at the club of Manchester United. Now, being at the club of Manchester United is not a one-day job. It's a day and night job, and you need to obviously reinstate the fear factor at the club. Ten Hag has gone ahead to do that very well, and there is players now know that Ten Hag is the boss. That's what we are lacking at this club of Manchester United. Amidst me wanting Anton Martial very much and liking the player, the board wouldn't have gone ahead to obviously keep him around when Jose Mourinho said, I don't want him anymore at the club. You know, that shows player power. When Mourinho reached next and said, I no longer want Paul Pogba, the club had to obviously dispose of Paul Pogba. But because they are so much interested in the brands of these players and the number of shirts they are making for the number of shirts they are selling for the club to give the club money, they obviously went to the big dream of the club and its success and forefronted the players. That was really a very huge mistake that Erik ten Hag is going to have to let them. Now they're going to have to understand the importance of being ruthless at these players of Manchester United. That is Erik ten Hag for you. And he has gone ahead to put in lots of information to the board that they need to do ABCD. So he sat them down before he came in through and he demanded for higher standards. Even the team, even the management or the board of United told him to come in and really set the high standards that have been missing at the club of Manchester United. And that's what Ten Hag has gone ahead to instill at Manchester United. That's why the likes of Jan Sancho are outside there saying they're not going to apologize, and the manager is still keeping his stance. Players like Marcus Rashford are the ones who are really telling Sancho, please apologize to the manager and come back and play the game of football because you're wasting your career. So those are levels that Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to set, that the board has gone ahead to look at and obviously believe that he deserves a new contract. And I know there are some people who believe Ten Hag doesn't deserve a new contract, that they did it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and very many other managers as they are here to reward them a new contract before they accomplish their apparent contract. Now, why is Manchester United trying to do this? They are trying to tie Erik ten Hag not to go anywhere because these managers really have big dreams. Now, look at the situation at Real Madrid. With Carlo Ancelotti leaving for Brazil very soon, they're really eyeing in for De Zerbi and Xabi Alonso. Now, do you think if at all they really availed an opportunity to an opportunity to sign Erik ten Hag as their manager, do you think they will say no to this? I don't think so. So, the club is obviously trying to safeguard and ring-fence Erik ten Hag because by the end of the summer of 2024, he'll be left with just 2 years left on his contract. Now, it's better to add him more 2 years and even improve the amount of money he's earning at Manchester United because he should be an elite manager. You know, the media is really ashamed because they thought that Erik ten Hag is going to mess up with the situation and obviously got sacked. This is the second time they are obviously finding themselves in the mud. When Ten Hag was starting his season of 2020-2023, he lost 2 consecutive games, and they said he's another Dutchman who is not obviously going to long last on the job. And finally long lasted and long lived. At the start of the season, having lost I think 4 out of our first 6 games, right? They are all over him that he doesn't deserve. See what is going to have to make a very huge turnaround. Won the game against Burnley away, convincingly beat Crystal Palace. And now they're here telling us how he's good. So the board should give him a new contract. The board should give him a new contract according to me, and Ten Hag 100% deserves this. And deserves a chance to obviously see how these players are going to have to obviously bring in, obviously thrive under his era at Manchester United. Because Amrabat came in through and he is doing wonders. And this goes to everyone who says that we are United online fans who keep on really shouting that we don't know football now. How has United went ahead to obviously become a better team? By having Casemiro and Sofian Amrabat, something you've gone ahead to call in for a very, very long time. That means now, even the fans can know the missing piece in the jigsaw, and when Ten Hag has gone ahead to fix all that, guess what has gone ahead to happen? Stuff has gone ahead to happen. But I also have to say some things for Erik ten Hag, that I understand you're a very good manager, we respect you, and we give you the 5-finger salute you deserve as a manager of Manchester United. But there are things we should shift from, like not going in for the most important signing of the season and starting off with Onana, Mount, Rasmus Højlund. Yet, Sofyan Amrabat would have been the first player to sign, because if you had Sofyan Amrabat at Man United in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers were going to hate to boss it, were going to hate to beat Spurs, even Arsenal would have gone ahead to beat it. But his absence has gone ahead to cost us. Now, the most important reason I've seen why the club want obviously to really get him on a new contract as soon as possible, it's because of how he's trying to obviously elevate the academy and obviously promote the academy players. All of us knew that maybe Zidane Iqbal, Charlie Savage were going to get into the starting 11 of Manchester United last season. But guess what happened? The manager really weighed them up and said, no, they are not at the level at which I want. Guess who he brings in? Hannibal, who was nowhere near the starting 11 and is doing well this season. Last season, he brought in Garnacho. He brought in Kobe Menu. And now he has Dan Go and very many others onto that field of play. The Pelestris are really playing very well. So the board now looks at a manager who is good at grooming young talent and can obviously use the academy players to bring them and turn them out into the levels that we want. And that's what they are really in for him. So Danny Go has gone ahead and obviously said the following about Ten Hag, and this shows you exactly why he's the best manager to groom the young talent. Ten Hag just told me to have fun, express myself, and that I deserved this chance. I'm around world-class players every day, and that helps me to improve. So Danny Go went ahead and obviously played his first senior competitive game for Manchester United, and he came in for Sofyan Amrabat. These are the reasons that's why the board of United is really interested in giving Erik Ten Hag a new contract, because he has gone ahead to work for it. And these young talents are really great, and Danny Go really had a very good game, and that's why I told you that the future for United is safe, especially into the midfield. Then, after that sort of Danny Go, let's talk about the recently concluded draw of the CARABAO Cup and who was drawn against who. Now, Mansfield versus Port Vale, Ipswich versus Fulham, Manchester United is going to host Newcastle at Old Trafford, Bournemouth versus Liverpool, Chelsea versus Blackburn Rovers, West Ham versus Arsenal, Everton versus Burnley, Exeter versus Middlesbrough. That is the draw and how it really went down when it was obviously put there for you. But for me, it just sends a message to us that, again, a draw of the Carabao Cup has gone ahead to put us at Old Trafford. And I know we are going to boast this side of Newcastle and hit them off the park and obviously beat them and see them really leave Old Trafford when they're really losers, because I'm 100% sure that Sofyan Amrabat is obviously going to be a variable and really giving us the need. Even Kobe Menu will come in through and do the job. And this game is going to be played on the 31st of October after we return from the international break, where the likes of Terrell Malacia, Amad Diallo, Kobe Menu will be back. So it shows you that we are really destined for good things and victory here at the club of Manchester United, and let no one really lie to you that we are not going to thrive. We are going to thrive, and we are continuing to become a much better and better team. Rock and David remains my name. First video of the day. I'm returning back with the match preview of United versus Crystal Palace over the weekend. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. Those are the Christians, and the Muslims, may Allah also bless you abundantly. Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now.